What's up, everybody, and welcome to Around the Monitor for the week of April 24th. I'm your host, King Kaiser, and this is the weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. Joining me once again, we've got Master Ham Mizuki.
I got nothing. Not today.
We've got the Ace Attorney, Cyberpunk Dapper Dastard.
It says Cyberpunk like fucking vampire laughs.
What is
a man?
There we go. We've got the Snapshot Crackshot, the Fisher King.
I regret to admit that I was wrong about the Final Fantasy VII remake.
And
I'm an honest man.
We've got the Hockey Sticks and Sickle himself, Ian.
Don't watch Cats 2019.
Or do.
PSA. And if you do, definitely don't do it on shrooms. Not a good idea.
Is that coming from personal experience?
No. But I've read stories of people who watched it on watched it.
I've read stories of people that watched it. Period.
Fun fact: a friend of mine did a physics final, magnetism final on shrooms. First time ever doing shrooms, he got.
I thought this was going to involve cats somehow. I was very confused.
Yeah, I thought that was going to physics and cats.
He put magnets beneath the musical. They floated. It was beautiful.
He got 100% on his magnetism final on shrooms.
Wow. Just in case this is your first time watching, the show is not about shrooms or cats. It's about video game news. You might not believe it. Basically, we get together here, we go over the topics from this week, and if you make a good point in your argument, you get a point towards winning. Whoever has the highest gets a minute to talk about whatever they would like at the end of the show. If you are watching live on twitch.tv/KingKaiser, which we go live every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you can vote to help determine who wins by either adding or taking away points from people who you agree or disagree with. But if you can't catch us live, don't worry. We put up an edited version on our YouTube as well as on Apple iTunes podcasts. But we always start the show with a trivia question to decide the order.
Forgot again.
I almost forgot there was one. I was almost like, wait, could I do?
How many Final Fantasies are there? Hint: it's more than 15.
I was gonna say that's actually a pretty decent trivia.
That's not bad. We could do I almost did like, wait, so if only a third of the GameStops are still open, how many are there? It's like it's a trivia and a math question.
It's like 13 something, I don't know.
But the trivia question this week, one of the topics we'll talk about is Dead by Daylight, which I still can't believe is just such a juggernaut. But as of May last year, how many copies had the game sold? It's been out for a while. It's on, I think, every Reliant Gamespan says 5,830 Final Fantasies. that number will haunt me.
Right, I think.
That number will haunt me for the rest of my life now.
I feel like it's a lot.
I'm gonna just say 4.5 million.
4.5 million.
In honor of our national holiday that occurred 3 days ago, I'm gonna say 4.20 million.
It's just 4.2 million. There's no difference.
Shut up, asshole.
In it for the memes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 7 million.
That's good. That's a big number, my friend.
I'll say 5,380,000.
I knew
Wait.
someone was gonna have to do.
You got the number wrong. It's 800.
Wait.
It's 5,800.
It's 5,830.
Come on, Dad.
No,
Ian,
for me, I'm just gonna get it mixed up forever now.
Yeah, Ian, you said 4.5, right?
I did say 4.5.
The correct answer is 5 million. So I think that actually puts Dapper, because Dapper said the wrong number. He's actually closer. So the correct order will be.
Gotta
Dapper.
play the long game, Fridge.
I'm playing 4D chess on you motherfuckers.
So the order is going to be Dapper, followed by Ian, followed by Fisher, followed by Mizuki.
420 let me down.
Well, you still got third. The topics for this week include, now that it's free, Google Stadia has finally broken 1 million installs.
Who'd have thunk?
Kotaku's Jason Schreier is leaving Kotaku and going to Bloomberg. Source code for Counter-Strike Go and Team Fortress 2 has been leaked online. GameStop is reopening some stores, and their CEO and other executives are taking big pay cuts. Ubisoft is apparently prepared to delay games if next-gen consoles miss their launch window. There's a really interesting story of a game dev who's getting hate for a game he didn't even make. There's an official Death Stranding jacket, and it costs almost $2,000. PAX West is apparently still on. Dead by Daylight on mobile has now hit 1 million downloads in less than 2 days. Xbox has filed a patent for an Xbox Series X logo. Is this the actual official logo for the console? We'll talk about that. And we've got, are we going to see more of Voss, the villain from Far Cry 3? And a Fallout 76 bug is causing NPCs to loot player corpses. Dapper, where would you like to start us this week?
All right, so last week I was the second last person to go, and I talked about Stadia, so I'm just gonna keep the train rolling.
If you're binging around the monitor,
Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna keep on this.
If you're binging around the monitor, may God have mercy on your soul. Take it away.
All right, so first, I want to point out that the article title for this is 2 months free offer pushes Stadia past 1 million installs. On our Google Doc sheet that gets the topics, Zach's captured it. Now that it's free, Google Stadia finally breaks 1 million installs, which is just a fucking amazingly backhanded compliment. So good job on that one, Zach.
You're welcome.
got him.
It's wonderfully backhanded. But yeah, so Google Stadia sucks. They promised a lot and delivered a little, as we all know. And as we talked about last week, to try and salvage the rotting, festering corpse of Google Stadia, they decided to do some necromancy and offer 2 months free of Stadia, along with giving current paying people 2 months free in an attempt to gain some traction. And to a certain extent, this has worked. The numbers say that they saw about 225,000 installs globally across both iOS and Android during the week they announced this free offer. To put that in perspective, they had about only 150,000 installs during the thing's launch.
Yikes.
So that's pretty bad. Again, as the article title points out, we've just gotten pushed past 1 million installs, which honestly, again, isn't really good for something that they were hyping up this much that it's been around for 5 months.
Exactly.
And while they're hoping this is going to do something, the reality is most people are just going to quit after the 2 months. I went over it last week. The list of games you can even play on it are not even that good. There was like Destiny 2 and one other like semi-good game that I hadn't even heard of, but someone else said was good, so I believed them. But,
so I believe them.
There's not enough on here that's gonna, unless like 1 month into it they start like releasing this huge shit ton of games on it. I don't see most people sticking past this 2 months. There are so many better ways to like go get Xbox Pass or go take advantage of like Epic's free game deals. Like they're all just better in the long run than this crap Google keeps doing with Stadia to try and keep this thing alive. The only good thing Stadia is going to do is give a blueprint to everyone else on how not to do this. This is going to be like Google Stadia is going to die so someone else can run.
But
I'm not even going to say Google Stadia is going to walk so someone else can run. Google Stadia is going to crawl and die in a ditch so someone else
Google
can use
Stadia will die on top of the barbed wire so others may crawl over it.
Yeah, Google Stadia's corpse is going to be a bridge that someone else can cross and make a good streaming service.
Ian, you're up next. Which topic would you like to take?
Let's talk about GameStop again.
Again.
I think we do this pretty much every week.
Kind of.
They deserve it.
Around the GameStop board of directors table, the new podcast.
This is the new Death
featuring
Stranding,
Reggie
really.
Fils-Aimé.
After keeping a bunch of GameStops open for curbside delivery, after claiming that they are an essential business and are viable to stay open during the pandemic, and then getting shut down by, I think, the Georgia governor. Might be somewhere else.
No, Georgia's
Pennsylvania.
reopening stuff. It's Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Definitely was not Georgia.
Okay. Yes, I was getting things mixed up. After getting shut down by Pennsylvania, saying, no, you're fucking not an essential business. So now a couple states are being real stupid and real dumb and also real bad and are opening up for business again, or are doing so in the next coming weeks. Georgia, I think, is the main example of this.
Yeah, it's opening, I think, Friday.
The very first one listed is South Carolina, your boy.
Hey.
Okay,
Your
awesome.
boy.
Yeah, that's why I said
We're number one in being awful.
No, that's Mississippi though, like for real.
No, the state of Missouri, actually.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, as I can attest, as someone who was definitely born in the United States and grew up there,
An American citizen.
the
Through
United
and
States
through.
fucking sucks. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, what I was getting at here was, in these states, GameStop is planning to reopen, basically as soon as possible. And said before, I'll say it again. GameStop is dying. It's on its deathbed, and they're basically trying to make as much money as they can before going bankrupt or shutting down. So opening up for another couple weeks or months in the middle of a pandemic is going to make them a bit of money, might help them stay open a little bit longer at the end as well. So congratulations, GameStop. You got a couple million more dollars, and you're going to kill a couple million more people.
GameStop responsible for 1 million deaths.
A million might be a bit of an overstatement.
Okay.
The world is a fuck. 480 trillion dead cops.
Yeah, what was wild was that I think it listed a few states that it was going to reopen in, but also primarily Italy, which I'm like, oh, is Italy reopening stuff right now? Didn't know they were in the situation.
Yeah, at the GameStop.
So
God damn
another
it.
thing.
God damn.
I haven't gone yet. You can't take a point away from me.
Oh wait, no, the new counter supports negative.
Shit.
It does.
Uh-oh.
Coded that shit
Our
myself.
first negative
No, he
score.
did. Fuck.
I had to test it.
Game over, man. Game over.
Sorry, Ian, you were saying about GameStop.
Yes, I was saying about GameStop. A, this is going to kill people. B, and that's just very clear.
Now, as a pretty harsh critic of the corporate overlords of well, any company, I suppose. You are a capitalist or communist. What about the executives taking huge pay cuts, including the CEO taking a 50%
That's exactly
pay
what I was getting to. So that's good, but like if you're gonna like reopen and this is gonna cause deaths of employees, of people who are close to those employees, this is gonna increase the spread of the pandemic. Every business that's reopening is gonna increase the spread of the pandemic. A 50% pay cut. Congratulations. The other thing is not just the CEO. So the CEO is taking a 50% pay cut, but they're also reducing the salaries of certain workers by 30 to 50%. They say it's like mostly the higher ups, but also some of the like support staff behind the scenes, some of the corporate structure, which desk workers and stuff. Like, you're gonna reopen, and also you're gonna start paying your employees less just because you can. Fuck you. And I think that's all I really.
I think you've made your point. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Wokesby in the chat says, "Ian, I'm here. I didn't forget." And Reliant Cave Fan says, "Get ready to win again, Ian." So sorry, Fisher. You're starting your topic at -1 point.
All right, that's fine. I'm picking a bad topic. Let's go, baby.
What would you like to talk about?
Oh, sorry. We're gonna talk about this fucking Death Stranding jacket that costs $1,900 of human money,
As opposed to non-human money.
well,
as opposed to bells from Animal Crossing.
as opposed to
Hey.
Kojima bucks.
Kojima bucks.
They let you buy weird sex things. Okay. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but there is a thing going on outside right now called a fucking epidemic, pandemic, coronavirus. People are dying.
I hadn't noticed.
You know, people are losing their jobs, companies are going out of business, people are being laid off, people are furloughed. The WWE, a multi-trillion-dollar company, just fired like fucking 50 people they could have absolutely had to keep on, no problem.
Mhm.
But don't worry, because you can spend $1,900 on a jacket from a bad video game. And not only that, it's some sci-fi ass bullshit jacket that'll make you look like a fucking dweeb, and the people who do know what it is don't care because they don't go outside because they're fucking huge mega nerds. Also, no one's going outside. The world's on fire. Now, I understand that Hideo Kojima engineered the coronavirus in his basement in order to
my
make
God.
Death Stranding a more realistic experience for you, in which delivery people are the only people brave enough to go outside while the rest of us hide in our ivory fucking palaces.
Uh-huh.
But if you buy this motherfucking jacket, I swear to God, if I see you when the revolution begins and we start eating the rich, I'm eating you first, motherfucker. This is the biggest waste of goddamn money I could imagine. People are fucking scrounging and unable to pay rent, and douchebags on YouTube are gonna buy this fucking jacket and do an unboxing video of it. I'm coming for you, assholes. I'm pissed. I just pushed my fucking backdrop.
Yeah, you know, if only we could get these out to like all the delivery workers in the world and just have them actually wear them as they deliver goods.
Now, if they did that, I would 100% turn around on this.
Like
But
if they
they're not gonna
donated
do that
a bunch
because
of them.
apparently this fucking North Face ripoff costs $2,000.
Jeez,
Yeah, man, I'm looking at the pictures right now. It's a pretty lame jacket.
It's like, but like, it's
Pretty
like,
lame
what is the production cost on this jacket that you can justify fucking charging me $2,000 for it?
Listen,
Yes.
I'd buy this jacket for like $50.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
got that little
It's a nice jacket.
weird yellow pocket that comes out, kind of
Look,
like little
look.
BB gun.
I'm a piece of garbage. I'll spend $200 on a pair of sneakers. This is fucking horseshit.
Before we go into the fourth topic here, Woke Switty did redeem a point to give Ian another point. So just had to
Motherfucker.
redeem that really quick. Mizuki, you're rounding out the order. What would you like to take for your first topic?
Let's talk about PAX. This is
That's pretty wild that they said this. Because they're gonna eat their words, right?
just. I'll explain it. All right. So, PAX this week basically put out, I don't know if it was a tweet or just a note. I think it was like a press release or
Yeah,
something. Where
something.
they're like, "Hey, so PAX West, formerly PAX Prime, still coming to you Labor Day, September 4th to the 7th, 2020."
Sunday,
Sunday.
Be there,
Actually-
there.
Does it cover Sunday? It might. I don't remember.
PAX
But
East did.
Who's to say?
so it's Friday to Sunday or Monday. It does cover Sunday. But
Interesting.
beside the point. So this is obviously not happening.
It can't.
Like there's literally no future with the current president where PAX West happens in September.
Mhm.
0% chance that PAX West actually happens. Like absolutely zero. The last thing to open up will be a fucking international gaming conference where they're like, "Hey, let's ship in people from not only across the country, across the
world.
globe. Come sit in the petri dish that literally gives sickness called PAX Pox. That's a normal thing where people get sick after PAX, and it's legitimately called PAX Pox. Instead, it's coronavirus. Everybody dies. So there's literally no future in which this actually happens.
Yeah,
However,
I can't see why they would even put this post up.
So let's dive into that bit. So PAX as an organization is essentially an event planning organization. They're a break off of Penny Arcade. They plan events. You know what's not happening right now? Events. There are no events. So I think pretty much where they're at is, and I actually do sort of applaud them in a weird way for this. They're still planning, at least partially, on the extreme 0.000000000000000000001% chance.
That's a fat beat.
That
0.0000000.
Where's my Round Wonder trap remix?
Robots get down to this shit.
on that minuscule, tiny, nigh impossible chance that the world is okay-ish at that point in time, to the point where they can have a conference. As an event planning organization whose job it is to plan events and make money and make gaming events, they still want to have something ready. So I don't blame them for that. And in a weird way, they're also keeping some of their employees employed by still having them attempt to plan this convention and all that jazz. So on that sense, I do applaud them for it. I think their messaging should really be more in the way of, hey, you know, we're still planning for PAX West. We don't think it's going to happen, but they can't say that because then no one will buy tickets and no one will get hotel rooms or plane tickets or whatever. So they're kind of between a rock and a hard place, to the point where, is this dumb? Yeah. Is it going to happen? No. Do I understand why they're doing it? Yes.
Dapper, you're up first again. What would you like to talk about for your second topic?
All right, let's talk about the hilarious glitch people are finding in Fallout 76.
This is such a good topic.
It's a good game now. I'm into it.
So, speaking of things that were hyped up and kind of disappointed, much like Google Stadia, there's this game called Fallout 76, which is a Fallout game. And Fallout's a series that a lot of people really like because it has some good games. I only played New Vegas, pretty good.
It's the best one.
You've peaked. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I don't really feel like playing another one, but I did enjoy New Vegas. But what is not enjoyable is Fallout 76. But despite being bad, it has a following. There are some people just either loyal enough to the brand or weird masochists who have stuck around and enjoyed Fallout 76 as it continues to release new content. A piece of that new content is its new Wastelanders update, which, again, I actually heard was well received by the people who were still playing Fallout 76.
Same.
But what has recently been discovered is a very, very odd new bug. So players have been dying. And in this game, when you die, you just, I'm pretty sure, just respawn wherever with all your stuff intact. This isn't Dark Souls, a shitty game. This is a game where when you die, you keep all your stuff.
God damn it.
Well, some players were finding it that they didn't always have all their stuff. They were occasionally missing ammo and weapons. And what was really weird is when they went back to where they died, they would then find NPCs carrying said expensive weapons. So apparently, Fallout 76 has managed to accidentally introduce a way where NPCs can loot your corpse and keep your weapons. And there is no way to kill and loot these NPCs back. You can kill them, but you can't loot them back. And that's fucking hilarious.
I don't like.
I mean, like, what were you saying?
I don't know, again, really anything about coding, but the weird loopholes that would just how this could happen is so funny to me. And
as someone who does know about coding,
the weird loopholes that
I still don't understand.
Like, it's really funny. Someone said they lost like a machine gun. They spent like 15,000 caps, which is the in-game currency for those who don't play Fallout. It's like hugely impactful losses that there is no way of recovering.
EVE Online now, boys.
But personally, Fallout is a series that's always tried to be about realism. Your armor can deteriorate. You have to have different kind of you have to have the correct type of ammo. You can't just get pistol ammo. You need like 45 or 9mm ammo. It tries to be realistic. So
there's racism.
people should just think this is the next step of Fallout trying to be realistic. If you die, random people are going to steal your stuff. That's how a wasteland works, people. It's in line with the game. This is the new reality. Accept it and move on.
I think
Dude,
I think you didn't
you
have me in
fucking got
Mizuki,
us.
and then you pull it back around. You know, you had me in the
If
first
you
half.
die
Not
in
gonna
Fallout
lie.
76, you die in real life.
You fucking boomed us in the second half, dude. I was like,
He's so good. He's so good. He's so
I was
good.
like,
Okay.
you're serious? Realism? And then you fucking boomed us,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Can I
did
give him a point for booming us?
I hooked him up.
Okay, all right, good.
All right. Next is Ian. Back around. What would you like to take for your second topic?
Yeah, I'm gonna take us to a party, the hashtag Kotaku is over party.
Oh shit!
Ooh, that's a fun party. I'd go there.
Damn.
Yeah, so Jason Schreier left Kotaku.
Mhm.
Jason Schreier is one of the best gaming journalists, one of the most prolific. He's been in the game for 10 years, I think.
Close to
Most
that,
of the
yeah.
time has been at Kotaku.
Mhm.
And Kotaku has been losing writers left, right, and center. If you didn't know, in the past couple, I think it was just the past couple months, it started off with GO Media buying the parent company of Kotaku and Deadspin and a couple. I think it was GMG Media that was bought by GO Media.
Yeah.
And
Crazy
basically completely destroyed everything about it. It started off with Deadspin, with them basically saying, stick to sports, don't go into politics or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And the writers were like, hey, no, that's not what we do.
Uh-huh.
Have you read our stuff? That's not
Yeah.
what we do.
Nah, fam.
And GO Media just doubled down on that, just completely disregarded everything the writers and editors had to say. Absolutely showing
a pretty
no
good practice.
Yeah, showing no respect for the people that have been working there and doing really good work for a long time. That led to a lot of people leaving or getting fired. Most of them just quit for new jobs because they were like, yeah, Deadspin's dead.
Mhm.
Deadspin still exists, barely.
Wildly enough,
So-
yes.
And then this spread over to Kotaku. I think Gizmodo is also in the same thing. I don't know what's happening with
I
them.
forgot that existed.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the parent one, right? That's like the main one.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Think.
But no one cares about it. Anyway, Kotaku, they've been doing really good work for a long time. I'm a huge fan of Gita Jackson.
Mhm.
She left 2 months ago, I think.
Something like that.
To Motherboard at Vice. Been really good hearing her there. And one of the last people left was Jason Schreier, as I said, an amazing journalist. And he left ostensibly to have some time with his children, to work on finish his book.
Mhm.
I think it's his second book. His first
Yes.
one was very good. He's been batting the drum of games work unionization and workers' rights. I talked last week about an article that he wrote. His last article at Kotaku, which was on Rockstar. And then the other last article he made was a very short and sweet article about Outer Wilds and Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds hiring
Outer
the Outer Wilds
writer.
writer.
Go,
That's right.
go out as you mean to stay.
Yeah.
Being confused by Outer Wilds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so-
Both Woke Sweetie and Official Procrastinator had given points to Ian.
This is fucking bullshit.
This happens again, we might have to make a rule about this.
You can't give the same person a point more than once per show.
That'd be a good rule. Not that anyone would follow it, but
One last thing here is Jason Schreier is going to Bloomberg after he
It's
finishes
huge.
his book. And that's why I say it's ostensibly to work on his book and spend time with his kids, but there's a reason he's not going right back to Kotaku after that.
Mhm.
He's going to Bloomberg, which I didn't know had a video game section?
They don't.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
he's
so
basically
Tech
being
in
hired
is
to
going
to
be
set it
in
up.
this
It's
section.
tech in general.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, first off, I
Good
do
luck to Jason.
I do want
He's
to
right, yeah.
absolutely. I'm excited to see what Jason keeps doing. There's a
Yeah.
great narrative arc going on in the chat right now. Woke Sweetie mentioned the point was from his mom, who was watching the show with him while cooking spaghetti. Reliant K fan then just said, "Point to Woke Sweetie's mom for watching video game related content with them." What a cool mom!
What kind of spaghetti?
His,
That's the real
his
question.
mom is.
What do you
fantastic. I love that.
mean? What do you mean? What kind of spaghetti? It's clearly mom's spaghetti.
It's spaghetti.
Hey,
Hey.
all right. You're getting a bonus point going into your topic here. That was anytime.
I'm back from the negative, boy.
Anytime somebody references mom's spaghetti, they get a point.
Did you see that he donated a bunch of mom's spaghetti to hospitals in Detroit?
Yeah.
That's
I love it.
hilarious.
He bought a shitload of spaghetti from like a local restaurant. And they put stickers on it said mom's spaghetti and they gave it to healthcare workers.
Yep.
Eminem, not always known for having a great sense of humor. This joke, very good.
Very good and help people.
Just for the record, it's bolognese. Fisher,
Oh, nice.
what would you like to talk about?
It's. Oh no, I'm last. Never mind. I thought I was third. I'm wrong.
Also, what was that noise you just made? It's
I'm a man of noises and faces.
ain't that the truth?
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? So, everyone, our good friends, the Zach, correct me if I'm wrong, the Guimont family,
The Guimont, yeah.
the Guimont family at Ubisoft. I took French in high school. At Ubisoft are prepared to delay games if next gen consoles miss the launch window. Which is basically saying if we don't have consoles to release these games on, we're not releasing these games. But that being said, for these games that Ubisoft is 100% already going to delay, this is fucking brilliant because it's not our fault. We told you. If we can't put it on the Xbox X, we can't put it on the PS5. Not our fault. Well, the PC release, don't worry about that. We don't want to have people be behind. No, this is the perfect way to handle your delays, which is to blame somebody else.
For me, I was taking the article as like it's interesting that he would even talk about this, like, because part of me is like, okay, Ubisoft, EA, Activision, like the major third parties would have an idea of what's going on as far as like the release dates of these new consoles. For him to be talking about this, it makes me like, oh shit, is it looking like they think they're gonna have to delay?
Yeah,
but
that's one way of reading this is definitely that I imagine that there is some level of communication between the console providers and the major AAA developers as to what the fuck is going on. There's no way there isn't. That's not how this business works. And I'm also relatively certain that Ubisoft is like 85 to 90% sure that there's going to at least be shortages, if not massive delays. Not massive delays, but like, 4 or 5 months, 3 months. That's big in
That's
the
a
grand scheme of
delay.
things. Yeah. In the grand scheme of the console release cycle, that's going to set things back quite a bit.
That's a miss the holidays delay. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Which means you might as well wait a fucking year because that's stupid. But
The Switch disagrees, but yeah.
no, the Switch. Nintendo doesn't fucking play by the rules. Anyway,
That's true.
Anyway,
That's
so Ubisoft is basically saying like, all right, we're relatively certain that it's not going to happen. Let's fucking blame somebody else for our bullshit. Who gives a fuck? That being said, these motherfuckers better pray the consoles don't release on time.
God.
Because you in April just said, oh yeah, we can't release games when they're ready. Don't worry about it. And so these things better be ready to be fucking launch titles. Otherwise, you guys are in some fucking shit, and you have painted yourself with a fucking expiration date, basically.
Did because originally didn't we have a month for Watch Dogs Legion
was supposed to come out this month, I think. It was
and
April.
they delayed it.
Oh,
Did they
you're
give
right, it
another
was.
month, or is it just coming
I
2020?
believe I think it's indefinite. Didn't we have this on the show?
I think it was indefinite. Really, any time from now until,
next April.
2022
Okay.
or sorry, 2021.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. I hope the game turns out great, but that is for a later day to see. For
But it's
now,
a Watch Dogs title, so
hey, Watch Dogs 2 was criminally underrated. But Mizuki, you're up next. What would you like to play?
Xbox Series X logo.
It's a
Let's
little
talk
shitty. Yeah. Okay.
about that.
All right.
So Xbox has filed a patent / trademark / whatever the fuck for this really one of the most generic possible logos they could have possibly made
Yeah.
for the Series X.
If you haven't
Which-
seen it, it to me it looks like what you would see on like generic gym equipment at Planet Fitness.
Yes.
Whoa, that's on point.
That's super on point. So here's the story behind this
Someone
logo.
gives Zach a point. Someone gives Kyle
Here's
a
the
point.
story behind this logo. Microsoft was
Mm.
like, yo, we need to go ham on the Series X logo. Let's get a marketing company to come in. We're going to contract them for this. They paid this marketing company millions of dollars. That marketing company was like, yo, Microsoft's dumb as fuck. They want an X. So random intern over in row B of our open office plan that's super inefficient. Could you make a Series X logo? Minimal effort. Don't spend more than an hour on this. Bam! That's the Series X fucking logo. Millions of dollars of profit. And that poor intern probably makes like 40 grand a year, maybe.
I think you mean unpaid intern.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
I think at
Yeah,
this point you
so-
mean furloughed intern.
Yeah.
That's super true. So that marketing company just fucking stole millions of dollars from Microsoft
It's
for this shitty logo.
Unfortunately, as someone who's been in that kind of marketing meeting before, what it actually was like 25 overpaid douchebag marketing execs sitting around a table, heavily debating each individual line of the fucking X. Like, oh, what about that right there? What if we move that a little bit this way, and then having a fucking 60-minute lunch, fucking catered, of course, as they debate every fucking individual change. I hate production. Why do I do this for a living?
Catered by like the most fancy Brazilian barbecue.
Yeah, it's
joint in
fucking
the whole
sushi.
city.
oh my god. Provided by
But,
Microsoft.
Oh, of course. I mean, they gave him millions for this shitty product. Like,
So
of
wild.
course.
It's like just
So-
scroll through a bunch of different fonts with the capital letter X, pick one you like, adjust a tiny bit, boom.
Zach is literally exposing what I do for a living, and I don't like it.
Like, why is
I'm
this
being
not?
attacked here.
Why is this not just the Xbox logo with a little Series thing in front of it? Who fucking knows? Did they need to hire anyone for this? No. Did they? Absolutely. There's no way they did this in house. They're like,
will they do
"We're
this
too-"
again? Will they do this again? Yes.
yes, absolutely. What are they gonna put this on? I don't fucking know. This is the dumbest logo.
Yeah,
Where are you
we-
gonna put this?
We know
Like-
already it's not on the actual box.
I
which
mean,
is-
okay, let's
It could be.
let's
they
tone that
might
down.
update that, yeah.
it's not the primary logo on the actual box.
Mm.
It's still gonna be the primary logo is gonna be that big old X with the
Yeah.
weird fucking sphere that it's in.
Mhm.
But like this one's gonna be like in some corner, maybe on the back of the controller, maybe on the back of the system.
God, I hope not.
It might be on like the. My guess for this is that it's actually gonna be on like their store and their physical games to show which things it's compatible with.
And Mixer.
And Mixer.
No, it's not. even
Nothing-
like, even
Nothing's
X,
on Mixer.
even Xbox
Yay.
doesn't care about Mixer. Microsoft does, Xbox doesn't. So like this is one of the dumbest things I've seen made into a news story. And that's surpassing everything else this week, which is a slow news week. So
Actually, shoot. You
Ain't
know
that
what?
the truth?
Speaking
I
of,
talked about a jacket first round.
speaking of patents, I forgot to talk about there was a. Dang it! I didn't put it in the articles this week. Sony filed a patent for like a robotic friend to play video games.
you
with.
know what? This topic sucks, so I'm gonna steal that for a second. So Sony was like, yo, here's a patent for the robotic friend that sits next to you and tells you how much you suck at games. Because it
What?
offers to do the level for you because you're
Yeah.
bad.
Basically,
Yo, video games
it's-
fucking peak.
it was one to help you with stuff, but then also it has like a love meter or relationship meter, and if you treat it poorly, it will, instead of sympathizing with you, it'll start making fun of you.
It's got a fucking
Yeah.
social link.
Yes.
Yeah. Sony's like, yo, let's take a fucking evil Tamagotchi put it in a big stuffed animal and
Yeah.
make fun of you for how shitty you are at PS4 or 5 games.
Listen, man, if I ever wanted to have
That's
somebody
awesome.
criticize how I play video games, I just play on Twitch.
Hey yo.
But that's I think that's gonna do it. Talk about Robot Buddy. Reliant Case says, will this be the logo that's in the bottom of trailer end screens? That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, I could see that.
Yeah, but who gives a shit?
It's an ugly logo. That's all there is to say about that.
I don't think it's ugly. It's just boring.
I think it's too aggressive. Like I said, it looks like it should be on gym equipment. I hate that it's a video game logo. But that's going to do it for this week. That being said, Mizuki, Dapper, and Fisher, it's time to go home and become a family.
Oh, I wonder
man.
why.
Because Ian's got friends in the chat.
Fucking got 6 points without fucking doing anything. This is rigged.
Hey man,
This system's rigged.
that's how communism
Fair
works.
and balanced. Come on.
No. That's not how communism works. That's how nepotism works. The thing that Ian should hate as a communist. I'm just gonna point that out. You're a hypocrite. And I'm you.
Yeah, get him.
Hey, I'm a hypocrite, but it benefits me.
Who's winning? Ian, are you ready to talk about something for your minute to win it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, take it away.
So I'm going to talk about this little webcomic that started about a month ago called Mr. Boop. If you don't know, Mr. Boop is a webcomic by this guy Alec Robbins, where it's a 4-panel webcomic about being married to Betty Boop. That's all it is. And it's fucking fantastic. It's the most fucking batshit thing. Spoiler alert, Betty Boop and Alec Robbins have a threesome with Homer Simpson and Goku.
Wait, does that not make it a foursome? Sorry, I know it's your minute to win it, but I have to interject here.
Is this 2 separate threesomes or a foursome?
One of the threesomes is with Homer Simpson, but then also there's one where it's like a 7 or 8-some, and one of the people is Goku, and there's a bunch of others too.
Okay, that's not a sum, that's an orgy. Orgy's the word you're looking for.
I have seen the I think it's like the original panel for this, where it's like, I can't believe my wife is Betty Boop. She's so hot. And then she like shows up and like gives him a kiss on the cheek, and then he looks at the screen, right? Looks at the viewer and says, "I can't wait to tell the guys at work about this." And that's it's such good millennial humor. I'm very into it. Woke Sweetie says they also have sex with Gardevoir from Pokemon. Of course they do, because if you're on the internet, everyone has sex with Gardevoir.
Why? Hey, Game Freak. Why the Pokemon gotta be sexy?
Yeah, they definitely fucked up with a few of them.
Okay, no, I have an explanation for this.
Oh no. Is
I
it
don't want- I
Japan?
probably
Is
don't
it
want
just
this.
Japan?
It's making fun of Japan.
Oh, okay.
And also dark humor about the current state of society. So
Yeah.
Japan and the Pokemon Company make Pokemon based on objects.
Yes.
Pokemon Company sees women as an object, therefore Gardevoir exists.
I'd argue Japan does that in general. but
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's
So do most countries, because everyone sucks, and the world is bullshit.
Yeah, as official procrastinator points out, this stream has taken a turn. And with that, let's talk about plugs. Didn't mean for that to sound like that. But
We can't win today, Zach.
no, I really can't.
End the stream. We're done,
I
boys.
really can't.
today is a dark day.
We do have a new video coming up. Should be this will come up tomorrow. Actually, super important to announce. Tomorrow we're debuting a brand new
I was gonna plug it, but okay.
Well,
now he's in.
would you like to take it away?
Yeah. So join us tomorrow at probably 8 p.m. Eastern time. Haven't really worked that part out yet. Right here on the Twitch channel. I don't know who's gonna stream it. It's gonna be me. Or it's gonna be Zach. We'll find that out tomorrow as well. But join us for the brand new thing. I should have sent you the file so you could cue up the motion graphic. But it's around the tabletop. We're gonna play tabletop games, but the world is ending, so it's in Tabletop Simulator. Tomorrow, first episode, we're gonna play Code Names, which, if you don't know, it is like a spy style board game. And then that's going to go up on the channel as it with an edited version, which will teach you how to play the game, show you how to get the stuff you need if you want to play it in Tabletop Simulator, and all that jazz. That's probably going to go up sometime this weekend or like Monday.
Sounds good. Yeah, Reliant K in the chat says, speaking of plugs, hey, guess what, guys? I'm playing Breath of the Wild right now. God damn it. You said the magic word. Also, I should have a video up on Saturday on what it's like to purchase and buy games in China and play games in China. It's been a fun research project, so that should be coming this weekend. Anything else to plug?
I want to plug that the leader of China looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Hey.
I told you I was gonna get that in there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I'm a man of my word.
I'm ahead of the people.
I'll plug my Twitch, sure. Twitch TV/MusicKey, spelled the same. I played the entirety of Final Fantasy VII Remake last week. Finished it last week.
Good.
Yeah, so
You actually convinced me to buy it, you son of a bitch.
it's because it's good. But the entirety of that game is up there, probably on VODs too. I think I have those saved. And I'll probably stream some After Party since that's our game of the month.
Oh
This
yeah,
I didn't finish that.
I haven't even started.
Ugh.
Important.
Start that.
Yeah, we'll probably
We're in the middle of it.
we'll probably do this a little bit after a week. Yeah, we're definitely banned in China.
Good.
We do a video game book
Yeah,
club every
at this point, getting banned in China is a good thing. Honestly, it's probably a badge of honor at this
if,
point.
yeah, if you're not
Yeah,
banned in
it's like
China,
being
you're doing
banned in
something
Club
wrong.
Penguin.
All the getting
That
banned
was
in China, all the cool kids are doing it.
But what was I trying to say? Oh yeah,
I
video
think
game
you
book
were
club.
going to book club.
Yeah, we do this every month. Currently, our game of the month is After Party. I don't know if it still is, but it was for sale on Steam or Epic, one of those two.
Epic.
and-
Epic.
Epic.
I don't think it's even on Steam.
Not on Steam
Yeah, it's
yet.
probably an exclusive. But if you have time, download it, play it, and talk with us about it sometime next week. But I think that's gonna do it for any announcements. All right.
Yeah. We have to figure out the other thing before we announce it.
Exactly. Right. Well, either way, thank you so much for watching or listening, and until next time, this has been Around the Monitor.